Today we're going to talk about graphing quadratic equations. Quadratic equations are equations, if you'll recall, that have a squared term as the largest exponent. So in order to do this, the first thing that we need to do is we need to identify what our a, b, and c are. A is always the number that is in front of the square term. So in our example here, our a is 1. Our b is always in front of just regular x, and so it's 4. And our c is -2. So remember to include the signs that are in front of these numbers, because sometimes it's going to, it would make a huge difference if you didn't include those signs. So the next thing, once we have identified what our a, b, and c are, we are going to plug into our formula. The formula that we're going to be using for this section is -b over 2a. And by -b, I just mean that it's the opposite of whatever the b is in our problem. So here you can see that our b is +4, so the opposite of +4 would be -4. And then our a here is going to be 1. When we plug these in, they are always numbers, they are never variables. So we're going to end up with -4 over 2, which is -2. This is what we call the axis, or the axis of symmetry. The graphs that we're going to be graphing today are going to be U-shaped graphs. And so when we do that, they reflect each other. So the line where they kind of fold over each other, that's what the axis is. So the next step is going to be to take that number that we just got and put it into our table. We're going to make a table that has 5 values. When we graphed lines, we always used -1, -2, 0, 1, and 2. However, when we graph these, we aren't going to do that. We are going to take whatever we got for our axis and put it in the middle. And then I'm going to say, okay, well, what would come either after or before that number? So I want to go in order. We have -3 and -4, and then we have -1 and 0. So that way, if I were counting, I would have all the numbers in order. And I'm going to show you why we do that. So the next thing that we're going to do is we are then going to take these values and we are going to plug them back in to the original equation. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to take each of the values in the table and we are going to plug them in to this equation that we started off with. So if I go ahead and start plugging in, if I plug in, I'm going to have 0 squared plus 4 times 0 minus 2. So 0 squared is 0. 4 times 0 is 0, and then I get -2, so I get -2 as my answer. So because we put the axis in the middle, and I told you they're going to be U-shaped graphs, we can know that it's going to reflect itself. So if that one is -2, then this one is also -2. Then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing here. We have -1 squared plus 4 times -1 minus 2. So -1 squared is -1 times -1, which is +1. 4 times -1 is -4 minus 2. So we get 1 minus 4 is -3. -3 minus 2 is -5. So if this one is -5, then so is this one. You could go ahead and plug in each of these numbers, all 5 of them, but because we know that they're going to be U-shaped, they're going to reflect each other, you don't have to. So we're trying to make a little bit less work for you. And then the last one we're going to plug in is the middle one. So we're going to have -2 squared plus 4 times -2 minus 2. So -2 times -2 is +4. 4 times -2 is -8 minus 2. So we get -4 minus 2 is -6. So now our step 3 is going to be to graph this. So I'm going to graph the ordered pair 0, -2, -1, -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -2, -6, -3, -5, and -4, -2. So you'll notice when I connect these, I get a sort of U-shaped graph. It's either going to be a U that is facing upward, or it could be an upside down U. And then the last thing that we're going to do for a problem like this is we are going to identify the vertex. And so the vertex is the middle ordered pair. So the vertex of this graph is going to be -2, -6, which makes sense because the vertex is this point right here. It's the one that's in the middle. So we knew our axis was right here. It kind of folded on that line. And then our vertex is the point that's either the highest or the lowest on there. So here's another example. Again, the first thing that I always like to do is I always like to identify what my A, my B, and my C are going to be. So again, my A in this problem is the number that's in front of the squared term, so it's going to be -2. My B is +4, and my C is -1. Then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to find the axis. And to find the axis, remember we are using -b over 2a. So if I do this, again, my -b, the opposite of +4, is going to be -4 over 2 times my a here, which is -2. So the only one that's the opposite is b. And again, this is why signs are really, really important. So you want to include the positive or negative as needed. So we're going to get -4 over -4, which gives me 1. So that is my axis. Then we can go ahead and we can make our table with my very crooked line here. Actually, we're going to fix that. All right, let's try again. Okay, so a little bit better, not much. Anyways, that one that we started off with there is going to be the first number that goes in my table. It's going to go right in the middle. Again, we always want to have 5 values. So after 1 comes 2, and then 3, and then before we get 0 and -1. So again, if we were counting, they would be in order. It doesn't matter which one technically comes first. If I had 3 on the top, and then 2, then 1, then 0, then -1, that's fine as well, as long as we have all 5 of those values. Now we're going to go ahead and we are going to plug in. This one I wanted to do because I want you to be really careful. So when you plug in, the plugging in isn't necessarily the part that gets a little bit confusing. It's when you actually go to compute. So if you remember, by order of operations, PEMDAS, we do exponents before we multiply. So really what I have here is I have -2 times -1 squared. -1 squared is +1. And then 4 times -1, oops, is -4 minus 1. And so -2 times -1 is -2 minus 4 minus 1. So we get -7. So if that one's -7, then this one is also -7. The biggest mistake I'll see people make on these is that they want to multiply before they square. Then we can go ahead and we can plug in 0. So the nice thing is 0 squared is 0. And then anything times 0 is also 0. So we are just going to end up with -1. So if this one's -1, then this one is also -1. And then the last one we're going to plug in is +1. So again, when we do this, we are going to square 1 first before we multiply by -2. Because if we don't, it's going to end up throwing off our answer, because 2 squared is 4, whereas when we multiply here, we're going to end up with -2 plus 4 minus 1. So we're going to get 2 minus 1, which is 1. Sorry. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plot this. So I have -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 0, -1. I have 1, 1. I have 2, -1. And I have 3, -7. So this time we still have our U-shaped graph, but it's upside down. So it looks like this. And again, the last thing that we want to do is identify the vertex. And so the vertex, again, is, in this case, it's this point right here. It's also the middle ordered pair in here. It's what happens when we plug in the axis. So our vertex is the ordered pair 1.